so much, Meredith. Our next guest has accomplished many things in life. He is a former major label recording artist, film and TV actor, and now a published author. You can't do all that without a strong work ethic, but even when people who know they procrastinate from time to time, they still get things done eventually, but sometimes you miss out on some of the best things in life. Thanks for being here, Marc.
Well, thank you. I'm right in the middle of National Procrastination Week, wouldn't you know it. It's okay to procrastinate once in a while. Procrastination in moderation is what it's all about. Actually, the word procrastination comes from the Latin word cras, C-R-A-S, which means tomorrow. So putting things off till tomorrow is typically...
Good to know, since I'm a procrastinator.
Well, it's okay.
Okay, Marc, let's just talk a little bit, though, about your life for 1 minute to get perspective on this book, because you were in films, you were in Wayne's World, you've sold over 2 million albums, you were part of KEYT back in the 80s, right? But then you decided to slow things down and have a family, and that changes everything.
It sure does. You know, when I moved out here as a young guy, got into the rock world, I went from 0 to 60 pretty quickly. Yeah. But fast forward to getting married and having a little one come into my life, I went from 60 to 0 pretty quickly. Yeah. So it was a little bit of an adjustment for me. When my daughter got a little older, around 3 or 4 years old, it became apparent that she was a dilly-dallyer. She was certainly marching to the beat of her own drummer, and no matter what we did to try to get her out the door on time, we'd put the clocks ahead 5 or 10 minutes. We'd say we have to leave at 7 when we had to leave at 7:30. No matter what we did, we were always running late. Right. And so she wound up missing some things that were important to her. She missed a couple of movies that started on at certain times. And
yeah, those aren't really negotiable.
And she missed a birthday party that was a boat ride, and that's what was the inspiration for the story of Dilly Dally Silly Sally.
Yeah, because there are things that you, like with my son Jackson, he's only a year and a half, but we'll be trying to get to the car and the playground's right there, and we need to go somewhere. And so the message I love about this book is you have to make the choice to be on time so that you don't miss out on some of the great things that you're meant to be going to do.
And the thing is, if we just allow a little more time, we can be on time. That was the message that I wanted to put out there for the kids.
Now, I love the illustrations in this book. Talk about, because they're a little bit more rock and roll, right? Is that right? Because that's what I noticed. I was looking through it and I was like, her hair, your hair, mom's hair. I love that.
And very interestingly enough, my daughter actually sketched some of the illustrations. Aww. And the illustrator took those sketches and expanded on it. So her influence is not only in the story, but also in the illustrations, too.
And I love your dedication of the book to your daughter, because though they procrastinate and make us nuts sometimes, they are so endearing, and we love them for their idiosyncrasy.
Absolutely. You have to accept people for how they are, and it's okay to procrastinate once in a while. As I said earlier, a little known fact that the 20% of all adults are chronic procrastinators.
I'm in that 20%. Okay, so we have to go, but tell us where we can get this book really quickly.
Well, barnesandnoble.com, amazon.com, or marcferrari.com.